Hi, I'm Ifadh Marikar. I'm the CEO of Almas Equities. Well, initially it was curiosity. When I was young, when I was at school, I used to come home and I used to see these annual reports at home, and I was very curious as to what they were. So I asked my father what they were, and then he told me that these are annual reports of companies that are listed in the Colombo Stock Exchange. So my father was a businessman, so he had a few avenues of business, mostly into motor mechanics and imports business. Well, he actually explained how everything works in the Colombo Stock Exchange to me, and that led to me being more curious and the need to find out about the stock exchange more. So then I got my uncle to get me an internship at Selinco Sriram Asset Management, which was the start of my career as a stockbroker. I had a week off after my A-levels and I straight up went into the financial industry. I finished my A-levels in 2006, and by 1st Jan 2007, I was at a stockbroker firm. So I wake up at 5:30 in the morning, and the first thing I do is go to the gym. It helps me balance myself and be able to come into work or whatever I have to do for the day with a clear mind. I work out every day. Something that I recently got into was meditation, and it helps you in a completely different way. Anyways, it lets you completely reset. Even after a stressful day, you go meditate for even half an hour, it changes your whole perspective of yourself. It's a new thing that I've taken in, so it's only about twice a week that I do it. Yeah, hopefully get to a place where it's every day. It's amazing for me. So mornings it's too packed, so I just do it in the evenings, 6:30, 7 o'clock. By 8:30 I'm sleepy after it. Relaxes so much. So I used to read, but since the digital advancement, reading is not a thing that I usually do. So now it's mostly audiobooks. But if there were books that really caught my mind, one is Ikigai, and the other one is The White Tiger. These are two interesting books I think everyone should try out at least once. Ikigai is mostly about a way of life, about a set of Japanese centenarians. So it's really how you balance yourself. The White Tiger is a novel written by an Indian, and it's about this low class person who succeeded in life with the utmost challenges that he had to face. I do believe in work-life balance, and I think it's very important to have a healthy mindset. I believe it's not only work; family is very important as well. And at Almas, we do really believe in work-life balance, and we do not force our employees to work overtime. We make sure that they go home on time so that they can be with their families, reset themselves, give attention to their family, and be back at work again with a fresh mind. When employees are able to be with their families and spend time without focusing on work, away from work, it gives them a sense of peace, I would say, where their mind is more clear when they come back to work. And I believe that is very important for anyone. Yeah, man, I love cars. Very young years. So my father was a motor mechanic as well. So I spent most of my after school hours at home curious as to which part in the vehicle does what for that whole thing. So yeah, that's how it all started. I started driving when I was 13. My first job was parking cars parallelly inside the garage. So I love driving mostly. So the cars, yeah, collecting in the sense not collecting cars. This is Sri Lanka, you can't collect cars. So now I drive a BMW 5 Series. I've had it for 5 years. But the previous car was a BMW Z4.
What's the next car you think?
A Porsche.
Yeah.
718, and then 911, and then GTR. Everything is on curiosity. So whatever that I become curious of, I tend to explore it further, understand the workings behind it, so that I have better knowledge in that. So it was same for gaming as well. So, but that's something that I have given up now. But gaming also, it was a vital part of my life. Counter Strike, World of Warcraft, Dota, Call of Duty. At some point, you have to let go of one to master another. So yeah, that was a sacrifice I had to make for my future career growth. Well, anyways, the world of finance is ever evolving. So if you are not curious and if you are not going to be ahead in the game, you will be left behind. And I think that's one of the biggest problems that we have in Sri Lanka, where curiosity is never explored. They are just left unattended. It's like, not my problem, not my baby. I think that's not the way forward with when it comes to investing. You have to be curious, you have to constantly learn, you have to learn about the new ways of investing, new strategies in investing. These are all very important things that you learn today which will help you with your success tomorrow. I think at the moment we are not touching the financial markets enough when it comes to tertiary education or primary education. I think it should be a subject where investing or the different types of financial instruments that are available out there should be made aware to students at an early age, so that it will pique their curiosity as to learn about it further. Mostly YouTube. I believe YouTube has become one of the main learning sources for me. It's very educational. You can learn about the current advancement on financial technology and day-to-day updates on economical and geopolitical situations that are related to finances as well. And having said that, since we thought that YouTube was one of the key educators out there right now, we have created Almas One Learn as well, which is going to be a series of videos where all investors can watch and learn about the market. It's a blend of strategic vision and being able to get my employees also to be involved in decision making. It's not about one person making the calls and everyone to follow. I want everyone to be leaders, take ownership of what they have to do, come together as a team and be successful. This role comes with a lot of baggage with your employees, and employee management is one of the key things that I have been able to be better at, because I want to treat people with kindness and understand and empathy. I think empathy plays a big role in understanding your employees' behaviors and problems and helping them be better. So it has certainly evolved. For currently, I take a more long-term approach. It's more of value investing, learning about the company, learning on whom I'm investing in. It's not only about the stock. It's about the management. It's about how it's going to change lives. It's about how important their services are for us. So it's not just key financials anymore. I look into a deeper meaning of the company before I start investing. Whereas before, I would say if I go back about 15 years, it was about which stock is going to go up the fastest. I do use technical analysis as well because I think it's important. Because I think post-COVID, the way investors looked at the Colombo Stock Exchange has evolved. I think there is lots of technical analysis being done, so I think it's very relevant right now, and it is important to at least use a part of it when you're making your investment decisions. So when it comes to investing, there are a few that I look at, but I think the most important thing that we look at is the Fibonacci retracements. I think it gives a more accurate level to see whether there is a retracement or there is a breakout that can happen. I believe that everyone should invest. I think everyone should be invested. See, it's about creating wealth for yourself. It doesn't matter where you're investing, but you need to be invested somewhere for your future. And it's a more technical thing when it comes to investing in the stock exchange, because you need to be invested with time as well. Not like FDs where you can just invest and hope and pray that the bank makes you money. You will never find a right time or wrong time to be invested. So I believe you need to start somewhere. You're not investing in a country's situation, but the situation is just a part of your investment plan. I believe, given that, you should always start, maybe not go all in at once, but at least be 25% invested, so that you have more funds when you need it if things go wrong. So I think one of the most important things that as an investor you should do is backtest. Learn your theories and backtest it. You don't have to start investing in the current market itself. You need to understand what you're investing in and how everything works. First, and understand how something works, and then start investing little by little. Well, the most important thing for me is family, right? It's about leaving a legacy, even for them to know that there was someone in their family who had created a name for their whole generation.